Hi, my name's Trudie. I'm a member of the IQBar team and I'm one of the vloggers here. This week's vlog is all about how to review a unit, when you need to do it, why you need to do it and how to do it. Keep your eyes peeled for Kyle's vlog. This will tell you about how to conduct the assessment after you finish the review. So, when do you do a unit review? A unit review happens when the Breadie comes to the end of a unit. So for example, you might be looking at CG1, but you'll be looking at different unit numbers. So when you get to the end of Unit 1, you do a review. You then move on to CG1, Unit 2. When you get to the end of Unit 2, you do a review for that. Here's a little look at the end of a unit just to see what it looks like. So this is CG1 and this is Unit 1. This is the learner book. Now you won't do a review until you get all the way till the end of here. So after quite a few lessons, right at the end, here, the last page. This is when you will start the review. That's when that unit has been completed. Remember, Breadies need to have spent around 12 to 16 sessions on one whole unit. So for CG1, Unit 1 should last for around 12 to 16 sessions. Plus, they should also have extension resources. So in the middle of the unit, they should do an extension resource and they should be doing one near the end as well. So a CGE review will be different from a Picaro review, and here's how they're different. So for CGE, you'll need a session or maybe 2 for the review. So you can dedicate 2 whole sessions for a review if you feel that the Breadie really needs this to help prepare them for their assessment. And what we mean by review is basically a really quick run through of the whole unit so far, just recapping everything they've learned. It's also a good idea to have a look at the upcoming assessment they're going to have to do and see the core areas and make sure that the Breadie is really confident in these. You still need to recap the whole unit because we're not teaching to the test, but it's good for you to know those core areas and make sure the Breadie is really confident. So we'll have a little bit of a look at a assessment just to give you an idea of the areas that you need to focus on and what they kind of look like and how they're set out, so that when you're doing your reviews you've got these in your mind. So the example we're looking at today is the Unit 1 assessment for CG1, Unit 1. And I'm just going to flick through just to show you quickly some of the things that are in there so you've got an idea. So you can see here we're looking at classroom objects, so you know that when you're recapping from your PDF document you're really going to be looking at some of the classroom objects and checking they can identify them and identify the correct label. There's a poem mentioned, so it's going to be really important that you recap the poem with the Breadie and also that it's fresh in your head as well. Looking at things you do at school, so recognising images and then being able to put labels to them. The alphabet is really important, so you might see this and think, oh, I could upload a really good alphabet video, we could play an alphabet game, so it's a really good way to extend them in the review and still be checking their understanding. Plurals, so this is a really good one. You could make some really nice games in here to really check their understanding. So basically, have a look through the assessment before you do the review to familiarise yourself with what needs to be covered. This is also a good time to review any areas that they've really struggled on and perhaps do an extra extension resource. So have a look at the extension resource materials and see if there's something related to the area that the Breadie needs support on, or maybe it's an area that they just would like to learn more about. If you're a Breadie's regular teacher, you'll have a bit of an idea of some of the areas they need to improve. If you're a new teacher or don't teach them all the time, it might be helpful to look back at some old reviews, some previous reviews that other teachers have written, and have a look and see what areas the Breadie really needs some extra help on. So, reviewing Picaro. Now this is different to our CGE. So, a Picaro review is included in every 3 topics, and the 4th topic is a review. In a Picaro review, it's still important that you focus on the areas the Breadie has struggled with and have a look again at previous reviews, and if you're their regular teacher, you'll know some areas they need help with. This is the time to really look at them in depth. So, why do we even do these reviews? We complete the unit review once the whole unit has been covered, and then the review is the time for the teacher to get the Breadie confident and ready to complete their assessment, which will follow after the review. Don't worry, The assessment needs to be done in a different lesson to the review. You'll need a whole lesson, or like I said, maybe 2, to complete the review. Then dedicate another lesson to completing your assessment. What's really important is that you wait until the Breadie is ready to complete the assessment. So the review time is really good for you to think, is the Breadie ready? Or do they need more time? Do they need to focus more on this? Especially for Chinese children, they place a lot of value on tests. So make sure the Breadie is really ready for this and use any additional materials if you need to. There are a number of reasons why we do these reviews. So they inform us of the progress being made by the Breadie, they help us to identify and check that the Breadie is receiving the support that they need and that they are on the correct level. It also helps us to identify those areas of strength and the areas that need to be developed and worked on a little bit more. So here are some important things that you'll need to remember. You will cover more than 2 pages when you're looking at a CGE book in the review. So that normal rule of a maximum of 2 pages goes a little bit out the window. You will need to recap the whole unit. So for CGE, that will be the whole PDF, as it might have been quite a long time since they started it, so they'll need a bit of a refresh, a bit of a reminder. And for Pick-a-Root, you will need to complete the whole PowerPoint if you can. This is the time to focus on the areas they need help, and it is okay to upload additional materials if you need to. Like I've said, it's so important you look back and identify the areas that were mentioned in other reviews, the things that they really need support on. And remember to look at the assessment so you know the core areas that will be covered, but do not teach to the test. As always, I really hope this has helped. If you have any questions or would like to know any more information, please contact a member of our team. I hope to see you soon. Bye.